All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man, hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. I got some other videos that I said I'm going to get through, and I'm going to get through them. Work is just picking up a little bit for me, so I do apologize for not having already gotten those out, but I will get through them. I know you guys used to me doing 2 or 3 videos a day, and, well, I did 2 yesterday, right? So, I'm trying to, balance my schedule, but I will get those videos out like I promised. But today, I'm actually just getting off from work here, and I noticed an article comes up, a headline comes up about Lamar Jackson. No, not about the jet ski. Thanks to everybody who corrected me on that. Not about the jet ski incident, but actually about him admitting that the Baltimore Ravens took the Tennessee Titans for granted, underestimated them. First of all, I want to say Lamar Jackson, for once, not for once, for one thing, what I meant to say is the fact that, that kudos him for doing that. It's saying, hey, look, yeah, man, we took him for granted. Because Norman, he didn't have to admit that, but he did admit it. And for me, honestly, I thought it was easy. It was easy to see them that they underestimated them. From the play calling, I think the play calling more than anything kind of said that they kind of underestimated, kind of felt like they can go out there and try some things when in the playoffs you just stick to what it is that you do best. And you can see a lot of times, you can see a lot through that game. You're like, yo, that's kind of not their philosophy. That's kind of not like, to me they seem like they got a little pass happy, which is totally not, their game mainly. Stick with what brought you to the dance. Don't change that. But I think that's another tool in Lamar Jackson tool belt to understand that no matter how good your season is going, no matter how well you're playing, there's another team out there that's an NFL team that's hungry, that want it. And I think that's just he's such a young quarterback that he got so much that he can learn, and I think that was key. That's another notch under his belt. Now, I think that the organization as a whole is seeing that, and that's why you see Hollywood and Lamar Jackson and the receivers and just a lot of different people from the Ravens organization working because they understand that last year was a letdown. I mean, everything. They had the opportunity to do something special, and like you said, they took the Tennessee Titans for granted. Now, but let's also give credit to Tennessee. They got hot at the right time, right? Like, they really got hot at the right time. And when you get hot at the right time, we've seen teams win Super Bowls that way, like the New York Giants. I think they went 8-8 one year, 8-8 or 9-7 wild card, and won the whole thing. It's just about getting hot at the right time. And I think what happens with, I think what kind of played a part in for Baltimore is they had that time off. I'm gonna revert this back to my Cowboys. I'd be so afraid when they do well and have that off, because it's not just a week off, like, right? Like, you mainly if you already clinched the first round by that last game you ain't playing, then the next week you're not playing, so you kind of get that. You get lackadaisical. It's like, okay, we're just going through the motion. And then you get in the game, and really, you don't get your feet. To me, it don't feel like a lot of these teams get their feet up under them to the second half. And then sometimes, once you do get your feet up under you, you're still, like, now you're playing catch-up based on a team that's been playing this whole time. That develop, most of the teams that make the wild card develop, like, week 13, 14, this do-or-die mindset, right? So where one team is coming in, they're celebrated at a hot team. You got another team that's been playing for a couple weeks with this do-or-die mindset. It ingrained in them. So when you come out, you play a team with that do-or-die mindset, they're already looking in desperation mode. You know what I'm saying? So if a team that is supposed to be the team, sometimes you don't come out immediately with that do-or-die mindset. It's like, we good, we got this, and then things happen. But again, Lamar Jackson, he said it himself that that they really didn't come out with that do or die mindset. They came out with the mindset of underestimating the Tennessee Titans, and you see what happened. But I think that, like I said, I think that's going to really play a major role in them moving forward. Like, they're going to remember this. Like, I think Lamar, above anyone else, has hit the point where it's like, okay, I'm being classified as I'm being looked as a good regular season quarterback. Now I got that chip on my shoulder, motivation to show that I could be a great postseason quarterback as well. And sometimes I think that's heavy on him, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because sometimes I think Lamar Jackson understand what him, Patrick Mahomes, you can put Deshaun Watson in there too. What they're carrying on their backs is the wave of the future, right? Like, they're carrying that that mobile quarterback. Even though I wouldn't put Patrick Mahomes, even Deshaun Watson, as dynamic as Lamar Jackson is, but they're carrying that mantra of quarterbacks that are mobile are able to win in the postseason. So sometimes I think that can get heavy, but that's neither here nor there. I'm definitely, but I'm definitely not making an excuse. But what I want to say is, I think that mindset got to trickle down from top to bottom, though. We can't just say Lamar Jackson felt this way. It got to start up top with the coaches and even the organization. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that it's a lot of work. It's that you can't underestimate. Because when you look at the play calling, if you get a chance to go back and look at that game, you go, yeah, that's not the way they play. What are we doing here? And again, I think that go back to, like Lamar said, they underestimated the Tennessee Titans. I heard a saying that said, ain't nothing more dangerous. The only thing dangerous than a person with everything to lose is a person with nothing to lose, if that makes sense, right? So to break that down, that's pretty much saying the only thing more dangerous is someone that got so much that they could lose, or someone with so much pressure. And if we're talking football term, someone with so much pressure, the only thing that is more dangerous than them is someone who has absolutely no pressure, because they're not supposed to be here. That's what the Tennessee Titans was. They was not supposed to be there. They wasn't supposed to make it that far. They weren't supposed to beat the New England Patriots. They wasn't even supposed to be in the playoffs. You got to think, they made a quarterback change mid-season. Derrick Henry got hot. I mean, he got hot mid-season and ran all the way into the playoffs. Their quarterback is not considered a top quarterback. So they had that we're not supposed to be here mentality, so we going all in. You know what I'm saying? Where the Ravens, on the other hand, are touted as the best team in the AFC by many, including myself. I'm guilty of that. And they come in with the, all right, y'all supposed to run through them and go ahead and get to that Super Bowl, because that's what your eyes is on. And sometimes when you look too far ahead, you forget, you miss out on what's right in front of you. And I think that's fuel. That's fuel, right? Like, you want that as motivation going into the next year, and to get to the postseason. And I think what we're gonna see is the regular season is gonna be cool, but it's not gonna mean as much to them. I'm not saying they're not gonna do well. They're gonna do well, but they're not gonna be as excited about the season accomplishments. But when they hit that playoff, I think they're gonna switch into another gear, which is why I said earlier I picked them to go over the Kansas City Chiefs. Even though Kansas City bringing everyone back, I think that hunger is what's going to separate them from Kansas City this year. So, that's my take on that, man. I think Lamar Jackson is definitely he's definitely looking to rebound from last season. I think the whole organization is looking to rebound, and they've gotten better. So you take more talent. In my opinion, I think they've definitely got better, especially on the defensive end. They've gotten better. So you take a team that's a lot more talented alone, as well as a team with a lot more to lose. With a lot more desire, right? Because I think Lamar knows that if he loses again in the playoff first round, because remember, Peyton Manning had that stench as well. Can't win the big one. Hey, Michael Jordan had it at some point. Can't get over the hump. Well, obviously it got over. Obviously, those guys got over the hump, and I think Lamar next in line to do that. So, with that being said, guys, that's my take on that. Lamar Jackson admitted that they underestimated the Tennessee Titans. But with that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate the love and support, man. And until next time, you guys be great.